I'm going to show you how misandrist attitudes lead to a misandrist legal system. This young gentleman went up to the mountains with his girlfriend on a hike. She got exhausted while they're there. She couldn't make her way down, so he ran for help. He left her to go find help, and she passed away. And guess what they're trying to do? They're trying to put him behind bars for it. And all you guys know that if she had been the one to leave him and he passed away, they would not be after her, right? Now, before we get into it, I'm going to show you what this girl looks like. There she is. Look at how able-bodied she is. There was no reason for her boyfriend to think she couldn't make it. And we all know everyone would look at this picture and say, look how athletic she is. Girl power, right? But if anything happens to her, he's to blame. And this is something we have to stop because it's not the only one. Do you ever remember the Timothy Treadwell, right? The bear guy got himself killed because he got too close to bears. His girlfriend died with him. She made that choice. And guess what? They blame him, right? For her death, for her choices. Timothy Treadwell is widely blamed for his girlfriend Amy's death. Amy was aware of the risk, exactly, but she chose to accompany him. Reportedly influenced by his conviction and charisma. See what they're trying to say? He tricked her, right? However, many argue that Treadwell was responsible for placing her in a life-threatening situation. So she makes a choice, the man is responsible. That is slavery. Anyway, I'm going to the most important part because it proves that the legal system doesn't even have any motive for him. This guy should never be prosecuted. It should be dropped because he has no motive. Now let's listen.
Recklessness in order to prevail on a charge like this.
I'm wondering about intent too, and you touched on this briefly. I mean, we talked about that there was an 11-month investigation. We talked about how their Apple Watches, I'm sure they were very valuable and that they were
11 months they put in to try and put this guy behind bars. If there was any real evidence, they would have done it within a week or two, a month tops. A woman has died, a man has survived, therefore they want to punish him. That's what this is about.
probably wearing them as they're hiking and moving, heart rate, etc. But phones were also investigated in all of this. And on many cases I've covered here on Scandal, I'm sure I've talked with you, David, about these. People look through your phones and find, oh yeah, I hate my girlfriend, I'm cheating on my girlfriend, whatever it is, very incriminating Google searches, how to hide a body, whatever it may be. And I'm sure we would have heard about any sort of incriminating searches or texts, or if there was an affair or any of those things. But I didn't hear anything about any of that. So, I mean, how important is the intent here?
Exactly. You could see it if they were fighting like cats and dogs. You'd say, "Oh, he was angry, he wanted her dead." There was no evidence for that.
Yeah, you would think if the prosecution had discovered anything like that, that they would want to come forward with that because that would establish some motive for his recklessness or maybe even establish some intent. There hasn't been anything like that, and I'm sure they, combed through his phone and other communications to try to find things like that. I would also note that if this was a scenario where he intended to kill her, it might make more sense if they were married, they had a marriage, and he wanted to get out of the marriage, but they weren't even married, right? So she's just a girlfriend. Pretty easy to get in and out of a relationship when
Exactly. He wasn't stuck with her, was he? You can't even say that. So they're getting along really well, and he didn't feel stuck in a marriage. Guess what? There's no money involved either.
you're not married. And so why would he choose this as a way to end the relationship? You'd have to have some other motive. Did they have some common property that he's going to get as a result of that? And again, we don't have any facts to suggest that.
You're
Right. It's not like she was going to divorce him and make him pay, or if they shared wealth together. It's not like she had insurance. It's not like he had insurance on her, right? And her passing would have meant a payday for him. See, there's zero motivation here. There's no motive. The prosecution can't provide a motive. There's no reason that for them to even go on this investigation at all. It's just this young guy and this girl just made a mistake. They were stupid, like Treadwell. They made a mistake and one of them paid. But because it's the female that paid and the man got safe, that's what angers society so much. Do you understand that? Now, all you guys know that if this guy, if she had left him, if she was the experienced trailer, right? She had more experience at hiking, and he was left up and he died. They just say it was a tragedy. They would just say it's a tragedy. It only works when the man survives. If she had a girlfriend and one of them passed away, it would just be a tragedy. If it was two men and one of them passed away, it'd just be a tragedy. It's only in this scenario. Now, I want to get into this guy right here because his name is the Bottom Line News, and he's going to show you, he's going to display this misinterest attitude that that's leads to the legal system, right? The legal system is only made up of people. So if people have misandric attitudes, the legal system will. Now let's see what this guy has to say. He's listening to this woman lie her ass off. Okay? Let's get into the beginning of it.
Ever have children and your bloodline just fucking end because you clearly want her dead. You want her murdered. You want someone to grab her. You want an animal to eat her. Like, oh my God, if I could just go back in time and just fight your mama while she was pregnant with you. Because what do you...
Yeah, what she's saying is a man who doesn't serve a woman deserves to be dead. That's what she's saying. Because they're equating guys just leaving a woman on a trail with wanting her dead, right?
mean that there's support groups. There's literally support groups for women who have been left on mountains, and it's called...
No, they're not. This is a complete lie. You are a lying sack.
Alpine divorce. Do you know how many times it has to happen for that to be a name for it?
No, it doesn't have to happen at all. Women make up lies about men constantly. Women just make up a lie. Nothing has to happen for you to lie. And it just goes to show how much women hate men to make up these lies and spread them, right? As much as they do.
We need to stop poisoning men, because what do you mean you're going to leave women on a mountain? Why can't you just ghost them? Or like a text. A text would have been enough.
In the case she's talking about, they went on a trip together and the woman started an argument. And the guy left her to get some space. And all it means is she had to walk home alone. She's not stranded. They walked up so she can walk back.
A text would have been enough.
Man, I kind of get what she's saying,
Really? So this woman's telling a bold-faced lie, bottom line, and you're going to say, you're going to support it. You're going to say, I get what she says. I get her lie. Right.
Nah, you don't, you need to be a man, break up with your chick, and vice versa. But
Well, he did. He did break up. He left her and said, look, I walked up with you, but I'm not walking back with you. That's a breakup, dude. And that's being a man. Now, this simp here, his idea is that if the woman gets on the man's nerve, he's just supposed to take it like a little bitch. Bottom line, you're a little bitch.
poisoning people, nah, that's gonna get you in even more trouble too.
Now, what's he mean? These men aren't poisonous. He's talking about the women. So you're trying to make this equal. So you're saying a guy who just says, girl, walk down on your own is equal to a woman poisoning the man. No, the woman is trying to kill the man. The man is simply breaking up with the girl. For you, bottom line, to try to make this equal is sickening. Shows you that you are a misandrist.
You know, you know, poisoning him and him leaving you in the woods. Either way.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Gerald, hey, it's all the same. You poisoning him, he's just letting you walk home alone. Same thing, man, right? Like you can never just walk home, right?
Go. It's no good for that. Nah, this is crazy right here. And the reason why I call bullshit is because
What are you talking about? You didn't call bullshit. You said you supported her. You're all over the place, bottom line. Make sure I got his name right. The bottom line news, right? So the bottom line is supporting a bunch of lies against your fellow man. Okay, continue.
of the technology that we do have and things like that. And I know how definitely modern day women are. They let everybody know where they're going, things like that, friends, stuff. So it's not like she's just truly abandoned.
Well, she's not abandoned at all. She's not on a raft in the ocean. They walked up a trail. She just has to walk back. She's not abandoned, dude.
You know, and it's impossible. But like I said though, if a dude is somewhere, if some men out here are actually doing something this stupid,
Are you saying it's stupid for a man to break up with a woman? Since when? I say it's very smart.
then if something does happen crazy, you deserve to get locked the fuck up, dude.
There you go, guys. So if a guy decides he's had enough of these abusive women, like this one right here, this evil abusive woman, if they had enough and they just say, okay, you can walk home on your own, they deserve jail time. Did you hear that? Straight from bottom line. You're well named, dude, because this is straight from the bottom. No, men don't deserve that, dude. Just like that's why I brought up Treadwell, right? That's why I brought Treadwell up here. Treadwell is not responsible for her girl, no, sorry, his girl joining him willingly. She knew that he was going to be there with bears, right? But anyway, you continue.
This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. No, don't carry your chick out in the middle of nowhere. And then
They aren't, dude. In the cases they're talking about, they went up a mountain trail. She knows where she's at.
talking about you gonna break up with her. That is stupid. That is stupid.
No,
And
no, it's very smart. Kick these girls to the curb.
you need to have your whole manhood card taken. And
Dude, the manhood card is a servant card. It's a slave collar. And only a loser would want it. I've thrown mine away, bottom line. I'm not going to be a servant to anyone. Now, the fact you even talk about the manhood card shows you that, again, you're a loser.
fold up badly under somebody's prison. You know, I definitely don't agree with that. Definitely as a man that has a daughter. No.
Oh, your man has a daughter. You guys are the worst. I'm going to tell you something, bottom line. Just because you worship your daughter doesn't mean I do. It doesn't mean I owe you or your daughter anything. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, I've got a daughter and no boy should ever touch her because his dick will ruin her. But if she gets herself a boyfriend, he's going to be a complete slave to her. If she makes any bad decisions, he's got to stop it somehow or he's going to jail. I know how your misandric mind works, and I reject it. And I'm here to say, guys, this is our enemy right here. This guy's disgusting misandric attitude is what leads to cases where people try to jail an innocent man. Hey, dude, aren't you belong to the race of the people who'd get lynched by the KKK? And yet here you are wanting it for the rest of us here, right? You're willing to lynch your other fellow man. Absolutely disgusting. Now, I don't know if they actually got this guy jailed or not. But if he's behind bars, society is dog shit.